I'm sure you would have seen many unboxing, first impression and reviews of the latest Galaxy Z Flip 3 by now, so I'm not going to spend time with all that. So let me start talking about all the hidden features of this Galaxy Z Flip 3, and at the end I'll point out my personal gripes that I have encountered using this Galaxy Z Flip 3. Because you're watching VidsTube, and if it's your first time here, thank you so much for clicking. Here's where I review smartphones, smartwatches, headphones, etc. So if you're into tech, you must consider subscribing. Let's start with the front display. You would know by now that the Galaxy Z Flip 3 has more screen real estate on its front display over the previous iteration, but you can customize this front screen by going in the settings, cover screen, clock style. Here's where you can go under background images and select your custom image for the front display, and it looks dope. Join my Discord server for custom backgrounds. Now under widgets, you can customize the widgets, and you can also have the always on display turned on for the front display. The front display's background can also be toggled right from the cover display, just like you can with the widgets. Now you can turn on the camera by double pressing the power button. But if you prefer to hold the phone with your left hand, you can keep your index finger on the power key, middle finger on the volume up, and the ring finger on the volume down key. You can trigger a picture by your middle finger. You can use the thumb to swipe up to change from primary to wide camera, and swipe your thumb left or right to change from photo to video mode. Under video mode, you can trigger a video recording by your middle finger. During a video recording, you can easily swipe up or down to switch between primary and ultra-wide camera. And again, use the volume up button to stop the recording. Now here's a cool feature. When you flip the phone open while the camera is turned on over the front display, it will automatically be carried over to the main display. But this does not happen when you flip the phone open during a video recording. It will just stop the recording. Now another cool feature is when you click on the top right icon, it will turn on the cover screen preview, so the person on the other side of the camera can see a preview. They can even use hand gesture to capture a picture. This feature is crucial if you want to use the Galaxy Z Flip 3 as a tripod to take a high quality selfie or vlog. You can even use hand gesture to turn on a video recording and use the volume down key to stop that recording. I really like the so-called camcorder mode, where you can fold the screen half the way and hold the bottom part of the phone in your palm, and the top part of the main display can be used as a viewfinder with all the controls on the bottom part. I really like this mode personally. Let me know what do you think. Now another cool feature during video recording is auto framing. Once you turn on auto framing along with the cover display preview, you can use the Flip 3 as a tripod for filming yourself, and the ultra-wide camera will do its magic to keep you in the frame even if you move around. This is a helpful feature for vloggers. Sorry, I'm not yet ready to face reveal until 100,000 subs, so make sure to help my channel by subscribing. Now let's talk about split screen options. Since the Galaxy Z Flip 3 can fold and it can stay put in pretty much any angle, you can utilize that at your advantage. You can open two apps in a split screen. Like I can have YouTube on the top half and my web browser on the bottom half. I certainly use this feature quite often, but the screen real estate feels short. However, my SIM prior to this phone was in iPhone 12 mini for testing purpose, so I can't really complain about screen real estate. You can also swap the screens by tapping on the center edge to swap. You can also save a split screen on the edge panel, so you can quickly access that split screen. Now I'm not going to go in depth about the edge panel options, as edge panel is quite common on other Samsung Galaxy smartphones. Now let's go in settings, advanced features, labs, and here is where you'll find a hidden gem called multi-window for all apps. Turning this on will basically force all the apps to open in a split screen. Now when you go under flex mode panel, you can select which apps you want to be forced into a split screen. So it's really good to have this option. Now there are few apps that comes pre-optimized for the flex mode like YouTube, where the video plays on the top part and the comments and other features are in the bottom panel. This feature is really helpful when you place Flip 3 in a tabletop or so-called flex mode. Now since we have forced all the apps to open in a split screen, all the selected apps will open in the flex mode as soon as you fold the phone. Like for example the Chrome browser on top, and you get 4 options like notification, screenshot, brightness control, volume control. Now I really hope they improve these options as there is a huge space for improvement. Comment down below what scenario would you use this flex mode for and for which apps. I really like playing retro games on emulators and it would be so nice to have the D-pad control on the bottom panel. Now since we are talking about games, there is an Easter egg for gamers and streamers. Whenever you are on a gameplay screen, when you click on the bottom left corner icon, it will open up the game booster where you can turn on priority mode, which will block all the notifications, calls, apps except alarm to enhance your gaming experience. You can monitor temperature, memory, battery life. You can turn on navigation button lock, touch protection, take a screenshot or screen record the gameplay. You can even access more settings by clicking on the setting icons. Alright, now let's talk about calling options. It feels so nostalgic to hold the Flip 3 in a partially open position as it's super satisfying to hang up a call by closing the phone. But if you're someone like me who wants the call not to drop when you close the phone, as when I am on my home office desk, I would rather talk on a speaker versus keeping the phone on my ear, and in that case, go and open up the phone app, select call settings. Now select answering and ending calls where you can turn off the close phone to end feature, and I also prefer to have this open phone to answer option turned on. During an incoming call on the cover display, it would be so nice to have an option to send a default canned reply when declining a call, but unfortunately it's not an option. Now let's talk about notifications. Finally, the cover display comes handy to view notification at a glance by swiping right and scroll through the notifications, but there is a huge room for improvement over here. You can't really read through a long message, you have to flip the phone open. I really wish we could do that and at least able to reply with default canned replies or use Bixby Voice or Google Assistant to dictate the reply message, but sadly you have to flip the phone open to reply. Well anyways, you guys might know about the edge lighting. If you go under settings, notifications, brief pop-up settings, here you'll find edge lighting style where you can customize by toggling between a variety of effects, colors, and transparency width as well as duration. This edge lighting really helps as when the phone is closed you will see the edge lighting from the gap. Oh, by the way, one really cool feature that I totally forgot to mention is when you turn on the bedtime mode from the Galaxy Watch 4, the phone will automatically be switched to grayscale mode even on its cover display, and that's pretty dope. Alright, let's end this video by talking about features that I really like on this Galaxy Flip 3 and my personal gripes. Since I have started using this Flip 3, my screen on time has decreased as I'm not tangled up in the notification loop. As when you get a ton of notifications from a lot of apps, you get into that rabbit hole of checking them and engaging with them. I also like that finally you have a bigger cover display, more robust hinge with IPX8 rating for water resistance, awesome colors, the folding display has a built-in screen protector, and overall the display feels solid on touch. I'm a first-time Fold user and believe me, the crease in the center is not of an issue at all. You do feel the indentation while you swipe your finger around it, but it's not a big deal. The Flip 3 has flagship level specs with 8GB of RAM, Snapdragon 888 5G processor, 128 or 256GB storage, and more. Apart from all these good features, there are a few things that really annoys me. Like I'm not able to reject a call from the cover display with a canned default reply. I can't even reply a message on the go from the cover display even with basic replies. So to open up the phone to even reply that I'm on my way adds an extra layer of annoyance. The cover display could have been bigger like the Moto Razr and more customizable, and there is a lot of improvement for third-party developers for this cover display. And I really wish to see some cool updates. The camera of the phone is mediocre quality. You can definitely get better pictures and videos even with an iPhone 12 and other Samsung Galaxy devices like the S21, Note 20 Ultra. So comment down below if you'd like me to do a camera comparison. Battery life is only 3300 mAh with only 15 watt fast charging and 10 watt wireless fast charging. So it drains fast with the flagship level specs as well as that 120Hz refresh rate, and the phone will get hot with wireless charging. The aspect ratio of the pictures taken while using the cover display is squarish versus the normal aspect ratio. So you will see those big empty black spaces on both sides when you cast them on a big screen TV. There is IPX8 water resistance, but you still need to handle this phone with extra care for dust and sharp objects touching the display. The hinge is robust, but one-handed opening of the phone is not that easy. So this Flip 3 solves the purpose of a regular smartphone being folded in half to be pocketable, but it still isn't ripe yet. However, the price range of only $12.59 Canadian dollar makes it an easy recommendation for someone who wants to get into using foldable phones. But undoubtedly, there are better non-folding phones out there for this price range. Comment down below if you want me to compare it against particular smartphone. That's it with this episode. Show me some love by hitting that like button and consider subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, check these videos out as you may find them enticing.